it because what is coming through today is something really significant. The message at the top of this reading carries real weight, and the cards are standing behind it. There is a reunion on the horizon for you, and a final decision that has already been made. That decision is not them pulling away. It is the opposite. It is them choosing to come back. The silent treatment this person gave you, the cards are showing that they regret it deeply right now. They did not expect the silence to hit this hard, and that is the part that changed everything. What they planned as distance has turned into something that is eating at them from the inside out. They thought pulling away would give them clarity, and instead it gave them one specific kind of ache. That ache has a name, and that name is you, and the cards are making that incredibly clear. The first card that comes through is the Hermit, and this card speaks directly to where they are. The Hermit is a card of solitude, of going inward, of retreating to sit with your own thoughts. That is exactly what this person did when they went quiet, they retreated, they went into themselves. They created distance, thinking it would protect them, and it only isolated them from what truly matters. They told themselves they needed space, they told themselves this would help, and none of it was true. The Hermit shows us none of those things brought the peace they were looking for, not even close. In the silence, what they found was not peace, not clarity, it was only the absence of you. They found out what life feels like without your presence, and that answer changed something in them. That change is irreversible, it is already done, and the cards are sitting with the weight of it. They cannot shake you. They have tried, they have stayed busy, and none of it has worked. The second card is the Five of Cups, showing us the emotional landscape your person is currently in. The Five of Cups is about regret, about mourning something that is not gone but feels endangered. Your person is sitting in that feeling right now, grieving the connection while still able to restore it. They are looking at what they walked away from, what they silenced, and feeling the full weight. The Five of Cups is honest about it. This person made a move they wish they could undo. The silent treatment was a mistake, and somewhere in the quiet they have fully figured that out. They do not need anyone to tell them the feeling inside their chest is already doing that job. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune, and this card is showing us the tide has already turned. The Wheel of Fortune speaks to cycles, to a shift that arrives when enough energy has been built. That shift is happening right now for this person internally, quietly, but very powerfully and deliberately. The wheel has turned, the momentum has shifted, and what moved them away is now pulling them back. That pull back towards you is not gentle. It is not something they can reason themselves out of. It shows up in their thoughts, in their sleep, in the quiet moments when nothing can distract them. It is relentless, and the more they try to push it away, the stronger and louder it becomes. The Wheel of Fortune also tells us timing is shifting in your favor, not slowly, but noticeably. What felt stuck is beginning to loosen. What felt impossible is beginning to look very different to them. The reunion this reading is naming is not wishful thinking. It is what the cards are pointing toward. It is what the Hermit's journey is leading to, what the Five of Cups is clearing space for. It is what the Wheel of Fortune is setting in motion right now in real time for you. The final card in this layer is the Ace of Cups, and this one seals everything together beautifully. The Ace of Cups is a new emotional beginning, a fresh start, offered honestly from an open heart. This card does not show up when things are ending, it shows up when something real is beginning. What is coming, the cards are clear, is not a return to the old version of this connection. It is something cleaner, something more honest, something shaped by the clarity the silence gave them. Your person is preparing to offer that to you, an open heart, a real and final decision. That decision is going to be in your favor. The cards are very clear about that. Coming soon. This reading goes much deeper from here, and every layer is going to add more clarity for you. Hold on to what these first cards are showing because the foundation they are laying is important for you. The reunion is real, the regret is real, the wheel has turned, and the door is now opening. Let us keep going because what is coming next in this reading will give you even more clarity. Now let us move into the next layer because this part belongs fully and completely to you. You have been sitting in something uncomfortable, and the cards are picking up on all of it clearly. The first card here is the Two of Swords, and wow, this one captures where you are perfectly. The Two of Swords is about being caught between two things of waiting with a blindfold on. You have been in that space, not fully moving forward, not fully letting go, just holding your ground. There is a part of you wanting to reach out, and another part that says hold your position. Both of those parts are valid, and the cards are not asking you to choose between them today. What the Two of Swords shows is that you have been protecting your heart while waiting for clarity. That is not weakness, that is wisdom, and the cards recognize the strength it takes to hold still. You have been patient in a way that is not passive, it is intentional, grounded, and very deliberate. The Six of Swords is the second card here, speaking to a quiet but very powerful inner shift. The Six of Swords is a card of moving away from turbulence, of steering toward much calmer waters. You have been doing that internally, even if it has not shown yet, and it is absolutely real. You are slowly releasing the version of this that hurt you, the version where silence was the answer. You are beginning to see it differently, beginning to understand that the silence was fear, not finality. That reframe is powerful. It is changing the energy you carry, and the cards are seeing it. This card confirms you are not trapped in the pain, you are actively and steadily moving through it. The Six of Swords is not stagnation, it is the card of a person in transition, moving forward. That movement is quiet, it is internal, but it is real, and it is carrying you somewhere better. The third card here is the Queen of Cups, and this one speaks directly to who you are. The Queen of Cups is emotionally intelligent, deeply intuitive, and grounded in what she knows to be true. That is you in this situation. You have not been reactive, you have not been chaotic or desperate. You have held yourself with a kind of grace that this person has noticed, even through the silence. Your emotional steadiness is drawing them back. It is magnetic in a way they simply cannot ignore. She speaks to a person who feels it all, but does not let any of it unravel them. She speaks to the quiet certainty inside you, the part that always knew this was not finished. You have felt every moment of this silence, every moment of the distance, and you are still standing. That is not a small thing. It takes a very particular kind of strength, and you have it. The Three of Swords appears here, and the cards are not hiding from what this silence cost you. The Three of Swords is the heartache card, and the cards are acknowledging that this hurt you deeply. You did not deserve the silent treatment. You did not deserve the withdrawal. The cards are clear. What happened was not fair, it was not kind, and every feeling you have about it is valid. The cards are not glossing over this. Your pain is acknowledged, and it is deeply, genuinely seen. The Three of Swords also shows this wound is healing. It is temporary. It will not define you. The pain you carried through this silence, it is going to make the reunion feel incredibly full. Because you felt it all, because you did not suppress it, the restoration is going to land deeply. You are going to meet this reunion from a rooted, centered, emotionally grounded place within yourself. You will not receive what is coming from a place of desperation. You will receive it whole. The cards on your side tell one clear story, a person who hurt but never lost their integrity. A person who held on to what was real even when everything around them was uncertain and unsettling. That is a rare and powerful thing, and the cards, along with what is coming, are honoring it. Your side of this is clean, your intentions are clear, and your heart is open and fully ready. These three cards together, the Two, the Six, the Queen of Cups, paint a picture of quiet strength. A strength that held this connection open even when it felt like the door was closing on you. The connection between you and this person has never actually broken, it has only been temporarily tested. That door was never closed, it was only made to look that way. And the cards are clear. What you have been protecting with patience and grace, it is about to be worth every single moment. Hold your ground a little longer. Trust what the cards are confirming, and do not let doubt win. You are so much closer than you think, and you are exactly where you need to be today. Let us keep moving, and the next layer of this reading is going to bring you real clarity. Now let us go deeper and see what is underneath this, because this part is entirely about them. This is their inner world, their motives, what is driving them, and what is happening beneath the surface. The first card here is the Tower, and this card reveals what the silence did inside of them. The Tower speaks to sudden disruption, to something cracking wide open that was never meant to be ignored. When this person chose to go quiet, something cracked inside them too, and they were not ready. They thought the silence would be controlled, they thought it would feel like power, and it did not. The Tower is showing us clearly that the withdrawal destabilized them just as much as it affected you. Something broke open in them during the silence. A truth they had been avoiding rushed to the surface. That truth is the depth of their feelings for you, and the Tower made them confront it fully. They could not outrun it in the quiet. There was nothing to distract them, and it hit hard. The second card on their side is the Four of Cups reversed, and this one is incredibly telling. The Four of Cups reversed is about a person waking up of finally choosing to lift their head. In its upright position, it speaks to apathy and withdrawal. And reversed, it means that phase is ending. Your person has been in the apathy, they have been in the withdrawal. And now they are emerging. The reversal shows a turning point, a moment where they stop looking inward and start looking outward again. The direction they are looking outward toward, the cards are very clear. It is directly toward you. They are waking up to what they nearly let go, and that realization is hitting them with force. The Four of Cups reversed also speaks to opportunity being recognized after it was almost missed entirely. Your person is recognizing the opportunity that is still here, recognizing that the door has not fully closed. They are grabbing onto that. They are not letting it pass, and that urgency is beginning to build. The Nine of Swords is here, and this card reveals what they have been privately carrying at night. This card is the card of anxiety, of a completely restless mind of guilt that will not stop. Your person is losing sleep over what they did, over the silence, over the way they handled this. They lay awake thinking about it, they go over it again and again, and the regret is overwhelming. This energy is consuming, it is relentless, and it has been weighing on them more than they show. They are haunted by the knowledge that they caused you pain, pain that was completely unnecessary and avoidable. There is a guilt here that is genuinely real. It is not performance, it is not a show. It is a private guilt they sit with alone, one they have not found a way to release. That guilt, that private weight, is one of the things fueling the action that is coming for you. People who feel nothing do not lose sleep, and this person is very much losing sleep over you. The Knight of Wands arrives as the fourth card, tracking a bold, energetic shift happening inside of them. The Knight of Wands is fast moving, decisive, bold, and ready to act without overthinking the next step. That energy is building inside your person right now, quietly at first, and then with increasing momentum. The passive, withdrawn, hiding version of them is burning off, and this more decisive version is emerging. This energy does not sit still. It builds momentum, and then it moves with full deliberate force. Your person is building to that point. The Tower cracked them open, and the guilt is pushing them. That reversal is lifting them out of the fog, and it shows they are building toward being ready, almost ready to break the silence, almost ready to make the move, almost ready to stop hiding. The cards on their side are not showing a person who gave up, they show the complete opposite. They are showing a person who went through something disruptive, came out on the other side changed. Changed in the way that matters, in a way that is pointing directly toward you and this connection. The silence is not indifference. The cards are emphatic about that. It is the opposite of indifference. It has been a season of internal reckoning for them, and that reckoning is about to produce action. The Tower, the reversed Four of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Wands all point forward, forward toward you, forward toward the reunion, forward toward the final decision. This reading is naming. Their side is heavy and real. It is not easy, but it is absolutely moving in your direction. Hold on to that as we go deeper. because what comes next in this reading will show you everything. What they plan to do and how close that move truly is will all become clear very soon. Now let us keep moving because this part is about what they are actually about to do. This is the action layer, and it is showing us what this person is actually about to do. The first card here is the Two of Wands, and it is deeply significant for you right now. The Two of Wands is about standing at a crossroads of making a deliberate and intentional choice. Your person is standing at that crossroads right now, and they are looking ahead with a clear intention. One path leads back into silence, back into hiding, back into the withdrawal that brought them nothing. The other path leads toward you, toward the reunion, toward the decision they have already made internally. The Two of Wands shows us they are choosing the second path and they are doing it consciously. There are two roads in front of them, and this card shows clearly which one they are taking. This is not an accident. It is not impulse. It is a conscious and deliberate turning toward you. They have weighed it, sat with it through the sleepless nights, and they have arrived at their answer. Now we have the Page of Wands, and this card is showing how the silence finally gets broken. This card carries a message, a spark, and a real energy of needing to come forward and speak. That is what they have been holding since the silence began, and it has been heavy to carry. The Page of Wands does not hesitate. They carry the message forward. They deliver it without holding back. This is how your person comes to you, not with hesitation, but with purpose and full intention. There is courage in this card of a person gathering themselves fully and deciding to finally step forward. Your person has gathered themselves. The tower shook them. The guilt pushed them. And now they are stepping. Stepping forward means breaking the silence. And that break is what the Page of Wands is announcing here. The urgency they feel is not panic. It is clarity after confusion always moves very fast. We have the Six of Wands next, and this card carries a very specific energy about the reunion. The Six of Wands is about victory, about return, about a triumphant arrival after a difficult period. The reunion this reading named the Six of Wands is confirming it and calling it an outright victory. Not just a victory for you, but a victory for the connection itself, for what survived the silence. What comes back to you is going to be better than before, more honest, more real, and truer. The Six of Wands also speaks to recognition, to your person recognizing what they almost walked away from. They are going to show up recognizing your worth, recognizing what you held through everything, and honoring it. That recognition is going to land differently than anything before it, and it is going to be felt. Now we have the Ace of Swords, and this card speaks directly to the final decision for you. The Ace of Swords is about absolute clarity of truth cutting clean through everything that has been unclear. This is the final decision card, the one this reading named, and it is arriving with full force. The silence ends with clarity, not more confusion, not more games, but with a clear and direct decision. Your person comes to you with their truth spoken plainly, without the noise, without the games. The Ace of Swords allows no hedging. It allows no half-truth. It allows no soft evasions here. What is said will be direct, it will be honest, and it will be absolutely final this time. Final in the way that settles things, in the way that brings both of you to solid ground. The regret they carried about the silent treatment, it will come out in what they say to you. The Two of Wands showed them choosing you, and the Ace of Swords shows them speaking that truth. The Page of Wands carries the message forward, and the Six of Wands confirms that arrival as victory. All four cards are moving in the exact same direction, and that direction has your name on it. The action coming is not ambiguous. It is not something you will have to decode or interpret. You will not have to wonder. Their words will carry the full weight of what they truly mean. It will be clear, it will be direct, and it will remove all of the uncertainty between you. The silent treatment is ending, and the final decision they are making is firmly in your favor. Your person is choosing to come back, choosing to speak, choosing you completely over the silence. That choice was made in the quiet, in the sleepless nights before a single word was ever spoken. Now it becomes visible. out loud in the real world, with you there to receive it completely. The next part goes into the private confessions, what they carry and what they have never said stay with me, because that layer gives you the emotional depth behind everything that is coming your way. Now let us go deeper into this because this is the most private layer of this entire reading. This is the confession layer, the things they carry quietly, the things that have never been spoken. The first card here is the Empress, and this card is deeply rich and meaningful for your reading. The Empress speaks to abundance, to deep emotional nourishment, and to a love that is lush and full. Your person associates that feeling with you and only you, and the Empress is confirming that clearly. When they think about being with you, there is a fullness that comes a sense of arriving somewhere. They have tried to find that feeling in the withdrawal and distance, but it has not been there. The silence has felt hollow, and that hollowness is one of the loudest things telling them the truth. The truth is, you are the one who makes their life feel full, and they know it completely. That is a confession they carry every single day quietly without anyone knowing what it costs them. The second card here is the Six of Cups, showing us the tenderness that sits behind their regret. The Six of Cups here speaks to nostalgia, to sweetness, to moments they keep quietly returning to. Your person keeps going back to specific memories of you, moments they replay and miss very deeply. These are not fleeting thoughts, these are the things that live in the front of their mind daily. They miss the specific texture of being around you, the particular feeling that only you have ever created. No one else produces that in them, no one else even comes close, and they know it. The Six of Cups is also a wish card here, showing their private desire to return and rebuild. Not to pick up where things stopped, but to come back with more intention, more honesty, more care. They wish they had handled things differently. They wish the silence had never happened, and that is raw. That rawness is sitting in them right now, alive, present, and very much pushing them toward the action. They carry that wish into every quiet moment, into every place where there is nothing to distract them. The third card here is the Nine of Cups, and it confirms the full depth of their longing. The Nine of Cups in this layer shows us the wish they return to most consistently and privately. Their deepest wish is not complicated, it is not layered, it is simply to be with you again. Not in a vague way, not someday maybe, but in a real, imminent, and deeply intentional way. They wish for the reunion already on its way, not yet knowing how very close it actually is. This wish has grown so strong, it has crossed from longing into something that now feels like decision. That is actually the moment when wishes become reality, when the longing is strong enough to produce action. Your person has crossed that threshold. The Nine of Cups shows us they are on the other side. The fourth card here is the Sunday, and this one holds the most vulnerable confession of all. The Sunday speaks to joy, to pure unguarded happiness, to the version of themselves that lives without armor. When your person is with you, they feel like the Sunday, open, bright, unprotected, and genuinely at peace. No one else makes them feel that way, and they have not felt it anywhere during the silence. They feel diminished without you, smaller somehow, like a version of themselves they do not actually like. The Sunday is telling us they privately know deep down that you bring the best out of them. That is not something they say out loud. It is carried, it is felt, it is rarely named. The Empress, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Sunday. Together they paint one clear portrait. A portrait of a person who is deeply, quietly, privately in love and has been all along. The confessions underneath all of it are not dramatic. They are tender, they are private, they are real. They regret the silence more than words can hold, and that regret carries a real physical weight. They miss you in a way that does not go quiet, that follows them through every single day. They want to come back not just to apologize, but to build something better, truer, and more honest. They want to speak every single thing they have been carrying and to say it directly to you. The Sunday card reveals their deepest private fear, and that fear is that it might be too late. That fear, that specific pressure, is one of the things that drove the urgency in the previous layer. They are afraid you have moved on, afraid you have let go, Afraid the window has already closed? It has not closed, and the cards have made that very clear throughout every single layer today. What they carry is a love that never left, and not even the silence could take it anywhere. Hold that truth close because the next layer is going to show you exactly where this all lands. Now let us move into the final layer because this is where everything we have seen comes together. This is the near future, the advice, the outcome, and the place where this reading finds its close. The Ten of Cups lands first, and this is one of the most beautiful cards in the spread. The Ten of Cups is about emotional completion, about wholeness, about a love that finally arrives fully. This is not a partial outcome, not a halfway resolution. It is full, complete, and deeply real. The Ten of Cups shows us a picture. Two people who found their way back to each other. That picture includes you. It includes your person, and it does not include the silence or the distance, the interference, the awkwardness, the regret. All of it falls away in the energy of this card. What remains is the connection itself, restored, renewed, and arriving with a depth it did not have before. The second near future card is the Judgment card, and this one speaks to a profound awakening. The Judgment card is a rising, a moment where a person responds to the pull they cannot ignore. The Judgment card is about rising, about a call being answered, about a person heeding what they know. Your person is answering the call that pulled at them through the silence. And that call is you. Judgment also speaks to a moment of reckoning that leads to liberation, to finally letting the truth out. The final decision this reading named Judgment is the card that delivers it clearly and without hesitation. It is the card of truth finally spoken, of long-held silence finally ending, and it is coming. Your person speaks, the silence breaks, the truth arrives, and the Judgment card calls that a liberation. The Two of Cups arrives third, and this card is the reunion itself laid out clearly and beautifully. The Two of Cups is two souls recognizing each other, choosing each other, and meeting in the middle. That is the reunion. That is the moment the cards have been pointing toward all throughout this reading. It is not dramatic. It is not complicated. It is simply two people who belong together. Finally, the Two of Cups also speaks to a new understanding, a fresh agreement, a start built on honesty. What comes back is not what was before. It is cleaner, it is more grounded, and more honest. There is a mutuality in this card, both of you stepping toward each other, both of you choosing. That is what is coming. It is what this entire reading has pointed toward from the very start. The cards from the very first layer to this one have been unanimous, all pointing the same way. The advice card is Temperance, and this one is asking something gentle but firm from you right now. Temperance speaks to patience, to balance, to trusting the divine timing without trying to force the outcome. The cards are asking you to hold steady a little longer and to trust this to unfold naturally. Do not reach out from anxiety. Do not send the message you are tempted to send, not yet. Let your person come to you. The cards confirm they are coming, and your role is to receive. Temperance also speaks to healing, to the slow and necessary process of things becoming right again. That healing is already in motion, already happening on their side, and it is coming toward you. The reunion is not a distant possibility. It is an imminent, confirmed outcome for you right now. Let us bring this home because the cards have given us something very complete and very clear today. This person regrets the silent treatment, they have been losing sleep, and they are preparing to come back. The Tower cracked them open, the guilt was relentless, and the Four of Cups reversed woke them up. The wish became a decision. The decision is becoming action, and the action is pointed straight at you. The Ten of Cups, Judgment, the Two of Cups, all together, one of the most hopeful outcomes possible. The outcome of this reading is reunion. The outcome is restoration. The final decision lands in your favor. You held yourself through this silence with more grace than most ever could, and the cards honor that. Every part of this reading has delivered the same verdict, and that verdict is firmly in your favor. The cards could not have been clearer, and every single layer has pointed toward the same beautiful outcome. This is not a return, it is an arrival. And the difference between those two things is everything. If this reading resonated with you, please give it a like and subscribe so you never miss one. There is a new pick a card reading on my other channel. Go check that out when you are ready. Take care of yourself, protect your peace, and know the cards are always here whenever you need them. Take care of yourself always, and I will see you right back here in the very next one. This is where everything we have seen comes together. This is the near future, the advice, the outcome, and the place where this reading finds its close. The Ten of Cups lands first, and this is one of the most beautiful cards in the spread. The Ten of Cups is about emotional completion, about wholeness, about a love that finally arrives fully. This is not a partial outcome, not a halfway resolution. It is full, complete, and deeply real. The Ten of Cups shows us a picture. Two people who found their way back to each other. That picture includes you. It includes your person, and it does not include the silence or the distance, the interference, the awkwardness, the regret. All of it falls away in the energy of this card. What remains is the connection itself, restored, renewed, and arriving with a depth it did not have before. The second near future card is the Judgment card, and this one speaks to a profound awakening. The Judgment card is a rising, a moment where a person responds to the pull they cannot ignore. The Judgment card is about rising, about a call being answered, about a person heeding what they know. Your person is answering the call that pulled at them through the silence. And that call is you. Judgment also speaks to a moment of reckoning that leads to liberation, to finally letting the truth out. The final decision this reading named Judgment is the card that delivers it clearly and without hesitation. It is the card of truth finally spoken, of long-held silence finally ending, and it is coming. Your person speaks, the silence breaks, the truth arrives, and the Judgment card calls that a liberation. The Two of Cups arrives third, and this card is the reunion itself, laid out clearly and beautifully. The Two of Cups is two souls recognizing each other, choosing each other, and meeting in the middle. That is the reunion. That is the moment the cards have been pointing toward all throughout this reading. It is not dramatic. It is not complicated. It is simply two